At T-Mobile, our critical mission is providing unparalleled 5G coverage for when connectivity is mission critical. Introducing T-Priority, America's best 5G network experience for first responders, even in times of congestion. More capacity, faster speeds, better coverage. T-Priority from T-Mobile, built for tomorrow's emergencies, ready today. Discover more at t-priority.com.
For qualifying organizations on eligible rate plans, coverage not available in some areas and may be impacted by emergencies.
Are negative Google reviews hurting your business? Don't let unfair feedback cost you customers. At Webamax, we specialize in removing false, misleading, and damaging reviews so your online reputation stays strong. Our expert team works quickly and legally to clean up your digital presence, helping you rebuild trust. Visit us on the web at www.gowebamax.com. That's GOWEBIMAX.com, or text us for a free quote at 856-840-8343. Don't let bad reviews define you. Get immediate help from Webamax.
Este episodio es presentado por Honda. Descubra la nueva Honda Passport Trail Sport todoterreno. La Passport más todoterreno que Honda haya imaginado jamás. Esta Passport cuenta con mayor altura al suelo, barras de techo en todas sus versiones y neumáticas especialmente diseñados para cualquier terreno. Además, disfruta todos tus viajes con el control de clima de 3 zonas, techo panorámico y opciones como asientos delanteros con calefacción y ventilación. Conoce más en honda.com/Passport.
Love, exciting and new. Hello, Hannah Waddingham here. Have you seen the fabulous new Sun Princess? World-class entertainment, exceptional dining, and the greatest pizza ever. It's a love.
Don't miss our Come Aboard sale with up to 40% off and free room upgrades. Visit princess.com or call your travel advisor to book. Princess Cruises. Terms and restrictions apply. Offer ends 2/28/25. Ships of Bermudan and British Registry.
Lowe's knows how to help you get the most out of your store run. That's why members save more with MyLowe's Rewards. Earn points towards MyLowe's money on eligible purchases. Get access to member-only deals and free member gifts. Plus, unlock free standard shipping when you reach Silver Key status. So what are you waiting for? Join for free today. Lowe's. We help. You save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
This is a PSA from Howie Roseman to Eagles Nation. Welcome to the Eagles Checkdown, the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast there is, covering news, notes, and opinions on your Philadelphia Eagles right here on the Eagles Pinpull Podcast Network. I'm your host, Phil Stiefel. Find me on all social media platforms at Beard and Knowledge, and also hosting Trending in the AM on the STT Sports Network. Today, Thursday's episode is linked below. Check it out. I'll have the great Chris Franklin on. We'll recap that interview on this show tomorrow. But if you want to catch the live interview with Chris Franklin and ask any questions, check it out down below and hit subscribe. And I wanted to, this is going to be a really quick one today. Quick Eagles check down, because I just want to recap a few of the words, some of the word salad, as I like to call it, that Howie Roseman gave in his press conference at the NFL Combine on the other day. And he preached one key word in every one of these quotes I'm going to read to you, because he gave a lot of great quotes, a lot of those word salads, a lot of those, hidden messages that he gives on a regular basis. Doesn't give you much, but gives you a little bit. He kept preaching patience this offseason. And I've preached this a lot of myself, that the offseason is not won. The Super Bowl is not won on the first day of free agency. The Super Bowl is not won with your first and only pick in the draft. It's going to look different. We know we're not able to keep everyone. They're the first words that he said that stuck out to me. We've got 4 really big free agents in Zach Bond, Milton Williams, Mekhi Becton, and I'm drawing a blank here. Becton, Bond, Milton Williams. Anyway, got Josh Sweat. We got these big free agents. It's going to be a chance that 2 or 3 or maybe all 4 are not back. But one promise, there will not be a player, he said, available who we won't study, won't look at, and see if they can help our team. That's kind of hitting towards the Myles Garretts of the world. We might not be able to get Myles Garrett, but we're going to inquire. We talked about that, on a previous episode about whether we would trade Myles Garrett or not. And there are other options. There's a Harold Landry now able. I've never seen so many NFL players be given permission to seek a trade in the NFL. Some of the other quotes. I ask fans to just have patience throughout the offseason. Everything we do has to be taken from somewhere else. If they go out and make a big trade for Myles Garrett, that means you might not keep any of your 4 free agents. You might have to cut or trade Dallas Goedert to save cap money. You might have to move on from Darius Slay. So everything comes at a cost. So think about that when he avoids making a certain decision. He talked about, here's one of his word salads, his little play on words. You have to, take a slice of cake before you build more layers to it. He reminded everybody, they spent $122 million last year on Saquon Barkley, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, and Bryce Huff alone, those 3 names. So there is an effect to that, a cause and effect there. You spend that kind of money, you can't do it every single offseason. He said, these exact words, not lowering expectations for the fan base. They're not lowering the expectations for the fan base of the Philadelphia Eagles. They still expect to win a Super Bowl, contend for a Super Bowl, and then win one in 2025. But you can't spend $122 million on outside free agents every single year in the salary cap world, especially when you consider Cam Jurgens needs an extension. You'll want to bring back some of your free agents. We're a year away from having to extend potentially Jordan Davis and some other young players on this team. Now, while there will be restructuring, there will be cuts and trades that happen, he wants everybody to understand this is a Super Bowl winning team. Yes, and there are 18 free agents, but only 4 key ones. A lot of replaceable free agents on this team. Have patience. I can't stress that enough, that the Eagles fans, the Eagles nation needs to have patience this offseason. You don't get Myles Garrett. You don't get Harold Landry. There's a Chase Young out there. There's Bryce Huff still that can have his redemption story, his redemption arc redeemed. You'll lose Zach Bond. You might have to go with Oren Burks. If that means you bring on some, these are just the things that he was talking about in his press conference. So, guys, we got lots to talk about all offseason long, but I love his use of the words patience here. Have patience this offseason. Other breaking news earlier this week that I didn't get to cover that I want to just touch on real quickly here before we wrap this up. Eagles legend, NFL legend, in my opinion, a first ballot Hall of Famer, Jason Peters, finally retired from the NFL after 19 seasons. Undrafted free agent, played defense and tight end before coming to the Eagles and, the NFL and the Buffalo Bills and then to the Eagles, where he had most of his fame and fortune, calling it a career. And this Eagles fan right here, myself, thinks he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. And I think it's an argument to be made whether he is the greatest Eagles offensive lineman in history. I know a lot will say Lane Johnson, and it's a very valid argument, and I might agree that Lane Johnson, when all said and done, is better than Jason Peters. But Jason Peters, Lane Johnson, Jason Kelce, I know that's all in the last 20 years, are probably the 3 greatest linemen in the long storied history of the Philadelphia Eagles. So it's a round of applause. It's a congratulations on a career, great career. He tried to hang on the last couple of years, bouncing around from teams and practice squads, but Jason Peters finally calls it a career. And I think he kind of revolutionized the athleticism that can be had, even though he's a big guy, very athletic offensive lineman right there. And again, like I said, Hall of Famer, in my opinion, maybe 1, 2, or 3 all-time list in Philadelphia offensive line right there. So congratulations on a job well done and a great career, Jason Peters right there. Again, guys, this is the Eagles Checkdown. I'm Phil Stiefel. Tune into Trending in the AM Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Today's episode is linked below. The only show in Philadelphia on the radio or online where your opinions actually matter. Guys, I hope to see you there. Hit that subscribe button. This is the Eagles Checkdown on the Eagles Pinpoll Podcast Network. Go Birds and bubbles up.
This episode is brought to you by Coffee Mate. After watching this season of the HBO's original series, The White Lotus, this is the tropical getaway I needed. One more pina colada, please.
Hey, you're not on mute.
Oh, I thought I was in paradise. Turns out it was my Coffee Mate. Coffee Mate Pina Colada and Thai-iced coffee-flavored creamers. Inspired by the newest season of HBO's original series, The White Lotus. For the love of coffee. Try now.
Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast here to tell you about Michelob Ultra Courtside. It's getting fans closer to the NBA with a chance to win prizes like courtside seats, a trip to All-Star Weekend, and much more. Check it out at MichelobUltra.com/courtside. Michelob Ultra Superior Access, Courtside 24-25 sweepstakes, no purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 and up. Begins on October 1st, 2024. Ends July 1st, 2025. Multiple entry periods. Visit MichelobUltra.com/courtside for free entry deadlines, and official rules. Message and data rates may apply. Void where prohibited.
Good night, itchy eyes. Good night, sudden sneeze. Good night to your symptoms of allergies. Xyzal is the allergy medicine you take before bed. It provides powerful relief while you rest your head. Not just all night, but all the next day. Xyzal keeps working, keeping allergies at bay. And without those annoying symptoms disturbing your rest, you can wake up the next morning feeling your absolute best. Remember, be wise all. Take Xyzal. At night.
Pepsid Complete knows that food is one of the best parts of game day. That is, until heartburn strikes. Thankfully, just one chewable tablet of Pepsid Complete provides dual-action heartburn relief with an antacid that starts working instantly and an acid reducer that lasts all day. So you can stay focused on that second helping of chili without worrying about heartburn. All day based on 8-hour symptom relief studies during the day. Use product only as directed.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.